Welcome to The Fiery Connection, Climate Change and Forest Fires. In this video, we will explore the intricate relationship between rising global temperatures and the unprecedented increase in forest fire activity. From prolonged droughts to extreme fire weather, we'll examine how climate change is reshaping our forests and igniting a cycle of destruction and recovery. Join us as we delve into both the scientific impacts of these raging blazes and potential strategies for mitigation and adaptation in the face of this growing crisis. 1. Rising global temperatures and increased fire activity. As Earth's climate warms, the conditions become ripe for wildfire outbreaks. Rising temperatures lead to drier forests and parched vegetation, creating tinderbox conditions. A mere 1 degree Celsius rise in average annual temperature can increase the burned area in certain forest types by up to 600%. This stark statistic underscores the vulnerability of our forests to climate change. The heat acts like a catalyst, turning what would be small fires into raging infernos. It's akin to leaving a dry sponge out in the sun. The longer it sits, the drier and more flammable it becomes. 2. Extended drought periods. Droughts have become longer and more intense due to climate changes, leaving forests thirsty and prone to fires. For example, the southern Sierra Nevada experienced its driest period on record between 2020 and 2021, with just 9.9 inches of rainfall compared to the usual 28.8 inches. This lack of moisture leaves vegetation brittle and ready to ignite at the smallest spark. Imagine trying to light a wet log versus a dry one. The latter catches fire much more easily, illustrating how drought conditions exacerbate wildfire risks. 3. Increased frequency of extreme fire weather. Weather patterns have shifted, thanks to climate change, leading to more extreme fire weather events. These include strong winds, high temperatures, and low humidity, all of which contribute to the rapid spread of wildfires. In Southern California, for example, the fierce Santa Ana winds, sometimes reaching up to 100 miles per hour, have fueled some of the region's most devastating fires. It's like adding a fan to a small flame, causing it to explode into a full-blown firestorm. 4. Impact on boreal forests. Boreal forests, spanning the northern hemisphere, have not been spared from the impacts of climate change. Fire emissions in these regions have nearly tripled between 2001 and 2023. These fires release vast amounts of carbon dioxide, contributing further to global warming. Imagine a vicious cycle where fires beget more fires, a loop that threatens the delicate balance of these ecosystems. 5. Feedback loop. Fires and carbon emissions. Wildfires are a double-edged sword in the climate change narrative. In 2023, these blazes spewed around 8.6 billion metric tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, exacerbating the greenhouse effect. The more fires burn, the more they contribute to warming, which in turn leads to more fires. It's a loop that feeds itself, much like how a snowball grows as it rolls downhill, gaining size and momentum. 6. Changes in fire regimes. Climate change has altered fire regimes, affecting their frequency, intensity, and timing. In some areas, fire seasons are longer, and the fires themselves are more intense, challenging traditional fire management strategies. This shift is akin to a game where the rules keep changing, making it difficult to strategize and respond effectively. 7. Impact on forest recovery. Post-fire recovery is another casualty of climate change. In some regions, forests struggle to regenerate after fires, transitioning instead to shrublands or grasslands. This shift affects biodiversity and reduces the forest's ability to store carbon. It's like trying to rebuild a city after a disaster, only to find that the conditions no longer support its original structure. 8. Regional variations in fire activity. The impact of climate change on forest fires is not uniform across the globe. Central Australia, for instance, saw a 61.9% increase in burned area between 2003 and 2019, far outpacing the global average increase of 15.8%. This highlights the regional disparities in fire activity, much like how weather can vary dramatically from one locale to another. 9. Advances in fire detection and monitoring. Technological advancements are providing new tools for fire detection and monitoring. Satellite-based systems like FireSat are helping detect small fires before they become unmanageable. These tools are akin to having a smoke detector in every room, providing early warnings to prevent disasters. 10. Future projections and mitigation strategies. Looking ahead, projections suggest that extreme wildfires could increase by up to 50% by the century's end if current trends persist. Mitigation strategies, such as reducing greenhouse gas emissions and implementing effective land management practices, are crucial to addressing these risks. It's a bit like steering a ship away from an iceberg. The sooner we act, the better our chances of avoiding catastrophe. 11. Regional projections. The future of wildfires paints a concerning picture for various regions. In Canada, wildfires similar to those in the 2023-24 season could become over 6 times more common by 2100 under a mid to high emission scenario. In Amazonia, the frequency of extreme fire seasons is projected to nearly triple by the century's end. Meanwhile, Greece could see twice the number of large-scale fires. These projections underscore the urgent need for both emissions reductions and adaptive strategies to manage fire risks. 12. Mitigation and adaptation strategies. Reducing greenhouse gas emissions is paramount to curtailing the future likelihood of extreme fires. Embracing low-emission scenarios can significantly decrease the frequency of such events. Additionally, forest management practices like thinning and prescribed burns can help mitigate fire risks by reducing fuel loads and enhancing forest resilience. These strategies are akin to preventative measures one might take to maintain health, addressing the root causes and building resistance to potential threats.